I'm Theo Kalogeracos from Little Caesars Pizzeria. I'm the owner, pizza maker. I do everything here basically. Been running 12 years, but my biggest claim to fame would be I was part of the team that went over and won the America's Cup of Pizza. It's called the America's Plate. Andy Parisi and I went over to New York and competed in a competition Australia had never been in before, and we were quite lucky there. I think everything went our way and we won, and it was huge. The publicity, the media around the world really grabbed it, and that got me onto a trail of sort of going around the world doing things. And then I entered another competition that was in Las Vegas. It's called the Italian Chef Wars, sort of like an Iron Chef kind of thing, American version. They give you 40 ingredients, you got 90 minutes, you don't know what they are, and you got to cook. And it's a elimination process. So you go into one round, you get knocked out, you're out, then the next one, and so on and so on. I went up against America in the final, the USA, and I beat him, so I came home with that. That was really, really good. The motivation behind the book is basically to educate people. I've started doing cooking classes where you can do 10, 20 at a time, and you can see it that they get enthusiastic and they go home and they try it, but they don't remember what I tell them. They, I get the phone calls, or they'll come into the shop, and that sort of got me thinking that maybe, I'll write things down for them. And I started writing pieces of paper and accumulated pages and pages and recipes. And I sort of ended up being able to do a whole feast from the beginning, from your salads to your dips, to the mains, to your dessert, all on pizza. And I've seen parties like that. I've catered for parties, gone to parties that are pizza, and I just thought there was no book out there at the moment that does just pizza, because that's what I specialize in, and that's what I want the book to specialize in. Inside the book, you're going to find what's important to me. So it's pizza, family, music, all those kind of things. From growing up with my grandmother, who was a Macedonian lady, and being with her all the time, watching her cooking, to what I've learnt from her, to becoming a baker, to traveling the world. All of that's really important. Like, we have a pizza that's sweet Thai chili pizza. That's from my travels there. I've got a Peking duck pizza from going over to China. Or the opposite is when I went to New York, I thought of what can I make for them, and I made a New York pecan pie. So that's what you're going to find in the book, is like my life, my travels, what I've done, what's influenced me. That's where I'm hoping the book will take you. Start, the basics, learn how to make a real good dough, move on to your sauces, and then go on to trying bigger and better things and let your imagination run wild. The journey for me has been from pastry chef to where I am today, where as an apprentice you get recipes, you try and learn them, and you get better at what you do. And as you get more confident with yourself, you don't need those recipes as much. But then you come into a stage where, when you're learning new things again, because you're always learning, you never stop learning, that you need your recipes. And I've had to accumulate them all for the book, and reading them and all that, I've got to write them a little bit different, because after all the years I've been working, I know how to work with a recipe, where someone at home may be a good cook and understands things, but they're just missing the little secrets that I can try and help them with in the book. What I'm hoping people will get out of the book is enjoyment, really. I'd really be disappointed if I came over and I saw the book sitting on the coffee table and not a finger mark on it. I want sauce on it, I want flour through it. That's what it's about. Getting the friends around, or your family, because pizza is to be enjoyed by everybody. And it's just a fun food. It's nothing serious about it. You can do a lot with it. There's no limitations. There's going to be recipes and ideas in there, but those ideas are just a stepping stone for where people can take it to themselves. They've got to have fun. They've got to enjoy how to cook, but you've got to have the basics of how to cook behind it, or else when you make that pizza for your friends and that, they're going to think, what a disaster. But when it's success, everybody's happy, and it's a great night. You've got to be able to start properly and keep on going, which means preparation before, cooking in the middle, enjoyment at the end. And with pizza, you can prep everything before your guests get there. So when they're there, you're basically enjoying yourselves with them. It's like sitting around cooking your pizzas, eating, drinking wine.